And we're going to be looking at the weather, especially as we head towards later on tonight. We expect maybe some strong thunderstorms to move through southeast Texas, a line of some thunderstorms to move through out of a cold front. That's why we have our weather impact alert on the screen for today. Once we get past today, the weather looks a lot quieter for Tuesday and cooler as we head towards the holiday on Thursday. Looking pretty good for Thanksgiving. And then we could see another round of some rain coming in for the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. There's a chance for some rain. We'll show you that later on as we look at our 7-day forecast. Let's take a look at what you can expect through the rest of today. 20, maybe 30% coverage of a couple of showers here and there going through the afternoon. Temperatures get up into the lower 80s. We'll fall back into the middle 70s by 6 o'clock. And by 10 o'clock, we'll see those rain chances come up to about 50% with that line getting ready to push through. By 10 o'clock, it should be reaching the lakes area as temperatures drop off to the lower 70s. And that weather impact alert really starts late this evening, going into the early morning hours on Tuesday. Most of the rain should be out of here before daybreak on Tuesday, if not earlier than that. As we look at our allergy report for today, nothing to talk about as far as tree pollen. Wheat is 2, grass is 6, and mold is high at 18,973. So kind of a wide range here of on our allergy report for this Monday. As we take a look outside, we'll take a look at some of the cameras around the area. Right now we're looking at mostly cloudy skies here at the 12 News studio. We've got our camera pointed towards downtown Beaumont, so off towards the east. This camera brought to you by Mid-County Plumbing, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. There is a little bit of blue here and there in the sky, so there is a little bit of sunshine scattered throughout the area, but also a couple of showers scattered here and there throughout the area. Not seeing any showers on this particular camera, but definitely see a lot of cloud cover out there for your Monday. As we go up towards Jasper, you can see some sunshine shining down on the Jasper County Courthouse for this Monday morning. This camera brought to you by Provalis, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. And even though you see some sunshine there on the building, you can definitely see mostly cloudy skies behind the Jasper County Courthouse. And that's kind of what we're seeing throughout the area. A little bit of sun peeking through here and there, but for the most part, not a ton of it. We have a lot of cloud cover out there. And like I said, a few showers popping up. And we'll see maybe a couple of those through the afternoon, but the coverage is 20–30%, and that changes over to about a 60–70% chance of some rain as we head towards later on tonight as that line of thunderstorms move through the area. Switch you down towards Port Arthur. This camera brought to you by Market Basket, where we've had a few showers pop up earlier this morning. Right now, I don't see any showers on this particular camera, but plenty of cloud cover as we look down the intercoastal. See a barge heading down the intercoastal there off in the distance on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. So not looking too bad down there. Like I said, just a lot of clouds and a little bit of sunshine here and there through not only Port Arthur, but all of southeast Texas, even up towards Jasper, as we just showed you. All right, we'll take a second here and we'll wait for the camera to change over to our next view, and that should probably either be the Horseman's Western Store. There we go. And we're looking at the same deal there. We've seen some showers around the Orange area this morning. Looks like traffic is going smoothly though through on I-10 there past the Horseman's Western Store over in Orange. Our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network currently showing 71 in Orange, humidity at 98%, and then we're seeing a little bit of a southeasterly wind at about 3 miles per hour. Temperature wise, generally lower 70s to middle to upper 70s. We have 72 right now in Orange, Kirbyville's at 71, Jasper, Woodville, Silsbee all at about 72. Then we jump to 77 in Beaumont, probably seeing a little bit of sun there west of town at the municipal airport, so we'd see temperatures jump up a little bit, and then 75 in Port Arthur. Notice Houston right now at 80, while we're seeing 70 in Huntsville, 75 in Conroe, also Lake Charles at about 75 degrees right now. Here's the storm system still out in parts of West Texas. They have actual cold front itself. Now we're seeing this warm front lift up ahead of the cold front, and that's dragging some showers and some thunderstorms up. We have one batch of rain right here just to the west of Houston. That's probably for the most part going to miss us as it kind of works its way north and northeast. It should be just off towards our west. And then you can see some of the heavy rain that went through Dallas this morning, parts of northeast Texas. Pretty heavy rain now falling up through parts of Arkansas around the Shreveport area. They're seeing some pretty heavy rain right now. And we've been seeing, like I said, a few spotty showers down here in southeast Texas. That's basically the bulk of the activity around most of the U.S. You can see the heavier rains through Texas, Arkansas, seen some rain up through Oklahoma. There are a few scattered showers around an area of low pressure through the Midwest. Nothing too heavy there. There have been some heavier rains through Iowa. Out towards the Intermountain West, pretty quiet. West Coast looks pretty quiet. There has been a little bit of snow in the higher elevations up into Montana with a weak weather system there. And then the East Coast looks pretty quiet as well right now, from Florida all the way up into Maine. Doesn't see too much in the way of any activity as far as any rain. Maybe a couple of showers towards the UP of Michigan maybe this morning, but that's about it. You can see the main storm system right now working its way through the Midwest, that big area of low pressure, and that's going to be dragging that cold front through. Take a look at what we see on radar right now, and there are a few showers out there, mainly through parts of southwest Louisiana, but there are a few spotty showers back towards southeast Texas here, and then we have some thunderstorms out here towards our west. Now, something we'll be watching as we go through the afternoon. Like I said, most of these will be traveling off towards the northeast, so they might clip parts of the viewing area, talking about maybe parts of Tyler County as we head through the next 2 or 3 hours. Right now, that red box indicating tornado warning well out there over towards, looks like Sealy over there. So well away from us. I'm not expecting any tornadic activity here through the afternoon, but we could see these spotty showers. But those are a little bit stronger thunderstorms. You can see all the lightning associated with that. We're not seeing any lightning here through southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana. These are just random showers that have been popping up. We'll zoom in a little bit, and you can see around Newton there's a few showers popping up. Maybe one lone shower there south and east of Spurger. And then as you head right along the Sabine River there, northern parts of Newton County, seeing a few heavy downpours there. And then, like I said, most of the activity over into parts of southwest Louisiana. We'll go a little bit farther south. You can see some showers around Deweyville. Also a few spotty showers through, looks like, Orange County, maybe even a few of those right along I-10. So you might run into a couple of heavy downpours if you're leaving Beaumont now and trying to get over to Orange. You might see a few showers. Beaumont's dry right now. Looks like Pine Forest is dry. Lumberton is dry. Silsbee looks dry right now. So there are some showers out there. They're pretty spotty. Like I said, 20-30% coverage as we go through the afternoon. Nothing too widespread, but we'll be watching those showers to our west. And you can see a little bit heavier rains, a little bit more widespread stuff over towards southwest Louisiana. So if you're driving down I-10, you're maybe leaving from Orange and heading over towards Lake Charles, you could run into a pretty good batch of some rain there where you might slow down, give yourself some extra time to get over to Lake Charles if you're heading out there towards the lunch hour or so. There's definitely some rain there. Now let's look at our futurecast. We'll see temperatures climb up into the lower 80s for the afternoon, some spotty showers here and there. And then as we head towards this evening, that's when we'll see a line develop out towards our west, and that line starts to move in here. You can see the timing on this. Looks like about 10 o'clock, could be up towards the lakes area. Now, read this with a grain of salt there. You could be a little earlier, could be a little bit later, but this particular computer model puts it in here around 10 o'clock. So it could come in as maybe 9 o'clock or maybe wait till 11 o'clock before it gets in here. But it'll be, looks like at least late this evening, we'll start to see some of these showers and thunderstorms developing and starting to move across the area. They'll continue to work their way across the area. And this particular model has them all the way to about 3 or 4 o'clock before they finally push off towards the east. Now that line could produce some strong gusty winds, so we'll be watching for that. Can't rule out an isolated tornado, even though the threat of that is very, very low. More likely we'll see maybe some strong winds with this, 50, 60 miles per hour. There is a slight risk for that. So that's what we'll be watching late tonight going into the early morning hours on Tuesday. Meteorologist Patrick Vaughn, of course, will be here tonight, and he'll be tracking that line, letting you know if we have any watches or warnings and anything like that. Wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a severe thunderstorm watch or even a tornado watch later on tonight, even though, like I said, the threat of tornadoes will be pretty low, but some of those thunderstorms could be producing some pretty heavy wind. As we head towards tomorrow morning, before daybreak, the rain should be out of here. Tomorrow morning we start off in the 60s. Tomorrow afternoon we'll see skies clearing out, and we'll see temperatures up into the lower 80s for the afternoon, some upper 70s towards the lakes toward Tuesday afternoon. So it'll be generally a late evening overnight event, and then for most of Tuesday should be dry. Here's the risk of severe weather. Right now through most of the area we have a slight risk, which all the way down towards the triangle here, but around the triangle here we have a marginal risk. So we're at 1 out of 5 as far as the risk is concerned. So that doesn't mean you kind of let your guard down. Still, I would be weather aware around the triangle here later on tonight with some of these thunderstorms coming in. So this is why we have the weather impact alert, because of that slight risk of some severe weather heading into tonight, into the early morning hours on your Tuesday. So tonight, say generally between 10 and 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's when we see our risk of maybe some severe weather. possible strong thunderstorms with gusty winds, and once again, just stay weather aware. As we take a look at your forecast along the coast today, southeasterly winds at 10 to 15 knots, seas around 2 feet. Next high tide is coming in around 7:32 for tonight. Our sun sets at 5:17. Look for some choppy conditions in the lakes and bays, and we'll see some of those showers and thunderstorms developing through the afternoon. More likely this evening, we'll see the heavier stuff. And along Texas Point, conditions are out of the southeast at 9, gusts to 12. Water temperature there at about 76. So through the afternoon, partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies, a little bit of sun here and there, 30% coverage of some showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm here or there, and temperatures will be anywhere from the upper 70s in the lakes to right around 80 degrees here in the triangle. And then as we head towards tonight, we're looking at 60% coverage of rain and thunderstorms. That's generally going to be between 10, maybe 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, where we could see that risk of severe weather. So we have that weather impact alert for this evening. We'll see south winds overnight at 5 to 10. Once the rain moves out of here before daybreak tomorrow morning, we'll see temperatures back from the middle to lower 60s here in southeast Texas. So like I said, just keep an eye to the sky for late this evening into early tomorrow morning. As we check our forecast past today, we'll see drier weather and we'll see cooler weather. 80 for a high on Tuesday. Then we really start to feel the cooler air push in here as we head towards Wednesday morning. We'll finally start to see lows back into the 50s with a high near 70 on Wednesday. And then look at Thanksgiving. Thursday looks great. Temperatures into the middle 60s after a chilly start at 42. So lots of sunshine. If you have any travel plans throughout, say, going to Houston, Lake Charles to see family, won't have any issues there. Maybe even traveling up to Dallas or anywhere in East Texas, I think you'll be fine. Don't have to worry about any travel problems there. And then Friday will look fine. Temperatures are going to be right there in the upper 60s once again after another chilly start around 44, partly cloudy skies. And then the weekend, we do see some showers possibly being brought into the area. 40-50% chance of some rain as we head towards Saturday and Sunday. So say maybe you're heading over to relatives on Thursday, not coming back till Sunday, well then you might run into some problems as far as travel, as far as just some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Right now we're not looking at anything as far as any severe weather for the weekend, but definitely could be some rain around. Much needed rain, but it could, like I said, slow your travel down just a little bit before maybe heading home on Sunday. You might run into a few problems there. Once again, let's go back to the radar. We've only got a couple minutes left on the stream, and we'll take a look at radar right now. And radar showing a few showers around. The main threat of some heavy rainfall is not going to come later on until this evening, it looks like. But we can see some showers right now, mainly through southwest Louisiana, a little batch of some scattered rain. But a few of those showers are building back towards, looks like Orange County, and also some spotty showers through Jasper County, Newton County, and then a couple isolated showers, Tyler County, Hardin County. Don't see any rain right now in Jefferson County. And then, like I said, some of the heavier stuff there. So traveling from Beaumont over to Lake Charles, you will run into some rain. And then we're starting to see some showers and thunderstorms back off into parts of, say, west of Houston, west of Conroe, Huntsville. And we have that one tornado warning well out there west of Houston. Don't have to worry about that, of course. By that time that cell gets a little bit closer to us, I'm sure it'll die down just a little bit. But this stuff is all working its way north and east. So it'll head up through Conroe, Livingston, might clip parts of western Tyler County, but for the most part, most of that stuff should miss us. All right, we're going to go ahead and wind up this stream. There's the number at the bottom. We always show you 409-749-9302. If you have any weather questions, you can contact us at that number. Text us, and we'll try to text you back with the answers to any questions you have. Of course, this phone is only for texting. We don't answer any phone calls on that line. We only answer text messages. So 409-749-9302. Stay weather aware through the rest of the afternoon, especially this